What's up guys, it's your girl Book with Bonnie and I am back with another effing video. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. What's up guys, it's your girl Book with Bonnie and I am back with another effing video. So this video is going to be TBR is Cancelled, and going forward I am going to be doing what I'm currently reading. The last couple of months I've been really moody with my reads. I've been kind of all over the place, to be honest, and I have a lot of things to get through, so let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So kind of starting off the video, why my TBR is cancelled. A few reasons. One being, I have been super moody when it comes to my reading. I've been picking up stuff, putting stuff back down. So that's why you guys didn't get a TBR for last month, as well as a wrap up. Honestly, I'm kind of all over the place. And I didn't make content because I didn't want to say, oh, I'm going to stick to a TBR when I knew I wasn't. I did not want to set myself up for failure. So I am now going forward. We'll just do currently reading videos versus TBRs. I actually got this from Stephanie Bookish. Don't worry, I'll link her channel below. Make sure you subscribe. That's my homegirl. With that being said, I just wanted to kind of go over some of the books that I'm reading and then a little bit more updates from me. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Okay, so the first book that I'm reading is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's by, I'm forgetting his name, Larsson. And I just literally started it last night at like 10 something at night. I think I read like the first few chapters, but I personally have never read any of his work. I've heard a lot about his work as well as his movies based on the books, but I haven't seen the movies either. So I'm hoping that with me reading the books, it'll, I guess, with me going ahead and reading the book, maybe I'll watch the movies. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about it, but then again, I wasn't really heavily invested in the book community at the time that the movies were releasing, so we'll see. Also, it's Sunday, so like my hair and everything is a lot. So this is the book, A Beautiful. This is the first one. I have all three of his books, and then I think it's a spin-off book, which is wrote by somebody else. I can't remember who it is, but I have the three that he wrote and then one spin-off that is somewhat similar or based off the characters of this. I don't know, but I have them and I've had them for a while. I want to say a year and a half now, and I haven't read them, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've only read the first, I'm on the second chapter. So I read the first 2 chapters. So that's one book that I'm reading. Okay, so then the next book I'm reading is actually my book club read, also one of my book of the months. It's by Farrah Rochon. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I apologize if I am, but it is The Boyfriend Project. And this is a cute one. I'm enjoying it so far. This one I've actually been reading. I'm on chapter 10, and a lot happens in the beginning of this book. Like, I like the pace. I love the like pop culture references so far. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. I actually haven't even cracked. So my next book, I haven't even cracked open yet because I literally just reread The Adjustment last month. Again, this is the second time I read it. The first time I listened to it on the Libby app, but now I've actually read the second book, but it's the final book of the program series by Susan Young, and it is The Complication. I don't know how I feel about the series, to be honest, now that I'm getting towards the end. This is the final book, and I keep telling myself, like, girl, just go on there and love it. It is 456 pages. You know, I could eat up a Susan Young book real quick, but I also want to get into her new series, Girls with, I think it's Sharp Edges. She has a new series. I think it's Girls with Sharp Edges, and then it's another one. I have both of them on my shelves, but I really want to finish the series so I can jump into that one by her. Still stands, the first and the second book is still my favorite. The third and the fourth were okay. I think I gave them like 3.5 stars, 4 or 3.5, somewhere between the two. But the first book was definitely a 4.5 for me, as well as the second one piggybacking off of the first one. One of the main characters from the first book was mentioned in the one that I just read. So I'm hoping that we'll get more of him in the final book. I'm really interested to see how they kind of pull everything together for this to be the finale. I don't know. I got a lot of feelings. I got a lot of emotions, but I'm going to hold back and give this final book a chance to explain itself, okay? Okay. So the next book that I am currently reading has definitely been a put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it back up, put it down, and then put it back up kind of book. It's a classic though. So I'm really excited to get into it and really like just sit down and read it. I'm currently on, let's see. See, this is an oldie classic and it doesn't actually say chapters, or does it? No, it does. Okay. So I'm currently on chapter 4, but Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you are wondering, this was part of one of my most popular videos on this channel, which was my classic book collection, and this was one of them. And I've read some of the books that I have, but I have yet to get through Dracula, and I'm just so disappointed in myself. Like, I should know Dracula. I should have read it. A lot of people were saying it's kind of boring, especially compared to the paranormal books we have nowadays. But like, I feel like in order to genuinely say I love Gothic, vampires, paranormal, I have to read the originals. I have to read the classics. So, so far I've been enjoying it. I don't know why I keep putting it down though. Like, that's the problem. It's not like I don't like reading it. I just keep putting it down. Makes no sense. Nah. Whatever. Moving on. The next book that I am currently reading is Hocus Pocus. Now, this is one of my favorite stories growing up as a kid. It's literally something I have to watch every single Halloween. Now, I'm sorry the light just changed because my computer just came on because I got a text and it woke up my computer. So, that being said, I freaking love this story. I literally watch the movie every Halloween. There hasn't been a Halloween yet since it came out in like 97, 98, something like that. The story is super old, but I've never read it. I've seen it a billion times, the movie, but I've never actually read it. So I am reading Hocus Pocus. I know the story, and I think it's so cute to just like get into the story. But this also includes the sequel, which is, yes. Okay, so it's like a part 2 to the original movie, and I'm currently reading the first portion, which is the movie, and I think they do a really good job not changing anything, because you know how the book and the movie, they do all this extra stuff for dramatic effect, but they were actually very aligned, I'll say, with the book and the movie, so I'm really happy about that part. But I haven't got to the sequel part. I have to read the first half before I go to the sequel part, just to make sure they didn't change anything or add anything I'm unaware of with the first part. So I'm currently reading this and I love it. I love it. Thackeray Binks. Yes, he was babe when I was younger. Just saying. Just saying. And I'm really excited again to see what they do with the second half. Like, I really want to know what could possibly happen after we have supposedly got rid of the witches. So, okay now, but I'm still in the first half of the book. I'm reading the movie portion, so we'll see. Last but not least, my current reads for the month. A Heart So Fierce and Broken. Now, let's talk about this. A Curse So Dark and Lonely was everything. I really, really loved that book. I loved the representation of people with disabilities. I loved just like the realism meets like, the book was so freaking good. I read it slow, baby. When I say I read that book slow, I read it slow. I wanted to absorb everything that this world created, presented, and offered. That being said, I am going to read the second book in the series. I know I was supposed to read it in December, and that just didn't work out. Let's just be honest. It just didn't work out. I was reading all of my other books and this one got passed to the side, but now I'm able to pick it back up. And yes, that's all I can say. I know that I am getting the third book of the series. I don't know if that's the end of the series either. I need to look into that. But I know I just ordered the third book of the series, and yes. What makes me so proud of this current read / TBR is Cancelled is, dun dun, all of these books were already on my shelves. I didn't buy a book. But I have purchased a few books, even though I wanted to focus this year completely on my books on my shelves. But that didn't work out as planned. On the plus side, wasn't that bad. I've been doing really well compared to what I normally do. You guys y'all know, y'all would have got a video with like 50 new books. Really, I think I've probably purchased 10 books out of this year. So, I mean, it's May. I mean, it's March. Dang, May. It's March. So, I'm doing really well in comparison. That's all I'm gonna say. And guess what? I put a budget. I put it in my budget and it worked. So, mommies is still saving. Still gotta keep them dollars. And yeah. So, with that being said, that's all I got for you guys. What are you currently reading for March? Comment down below. Or give me an emoji. Ooh, I always see other book people do emojis. So, if you watch this all the way to the end, you can also put down below a purple heart emoji. All that good stuff. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's your girl, Books with Bonnie, and I am out.